A rogue artificial intelligence kidnaps the son of LeBron James, who then has to work with Bugs Bunny and pals to win a basketball game. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Space Jam: A New Legacy. So the movie starts out with actually kind of a decent opening. We see LeBron as a kid, and we see him go to a basketball game, and his friend gives him a video game. But his coach turns around and starts, telling him that he can't have his head in the clouds and play video games if he wants to be the greatest basketball player in the world. And he decides to put all that down and concentrate on his basketball, and we see a little montage of him going through like different games and things like that. So I thought that was kind of a neat little opener for this. But as the movie goes on, we end up meeting the AI that calls himself LG Rhythm. I mean, what else are you going to say? This is completely unoriginal. It's pretty lame, actually. But, who makes content for Warner Brothers? This AI makes all their content for Warner Brothers. Like Warner Brothers 3000, it's called. And when LeBron says that the AI's ideas are bad, the AI's feelings get hurt. So apparently this AI's sentient. It's conscious. It knows about itself, things like that, and it's trying to scheme to get LeBron's on his side so he can come out of the shadows and everybody will know who he is. And yeah, he ends up deciding to kidnap LeBron's son and then make LeBron play a basketball game to get him back. So yeah, then the stakes get raised up, of course, towards the end. But this is where the movie devolves into a shameless Warner Brothers ad for all of Warner Brothers properties. Basically, it's a huge ad for HBO Max. It really is. They threw every single thing you could think of in this movie. Every single character, Rick and Morty, Batman. They have like Superman, the Justice League. They've got all this stuff in this movie, and that's all this movie really is about. This movie is nothing but a HBO Max ad, and it's almost 2 hours, which was way too long in my opinion. And, as we go on, and of course all the tunes are scattered. They've got to get everybody back together. And the whole time they're literally calling LeBron's King James. They're calling him King James because he's apparently the greatest basketball player in the entire world. And I was like, no, I'm like, there's guys who were either just as good as him or better, like Michael Jordan, I think, is better than him. I'm like, wow, this guy, they're going through and just plugging this about him as well, and all the ads, and all the other characters. But this movie did have a few good jokes in it. I actually chuckled at a couple of them, and this really played off the nostalgia of the original Space Jam. That is way better than this. But this is nowhere near as good as the original. The CGI in this, though, was absolutely fantastic. It was better than the original, but the original was made 25 years ago, I believe. So, yeah, you're obviously going to have far more improvements. So I like that. Like, throughout the whole movie, it was great. But the acting in this was it was bad to okay at times. And the okay at times was few and far between. There was really no real character development in this. We don't even see how Don's AI character, Al, becomes conscious. You know, we just automatically go into the server verse and we get him, and he's like, oh, I gotta work with this guy. He's so great. And then that's it, you know, and then it devolves after that, and it's, and it ends up being the way it is. This movie was far too long, to be honest with you. Far too long. But if it was even shorter though, it wouldn't have made any difference on how this movie played out and how bad it was. It was not a good movie, by far. Again, just an HBO Max ad. There was really nothing major that happened in it. There. I will say though that there was a good like sub theme to this about being yourself and being true to yourself. That's kind of what I took from it when they were talking about just do you. And because of the way LeBron's was acting throughout the whole movie, really until the end. So, I mean, this was a hard watch for me to get through through the whole thing in one sitting. I would give this at least a 5 out of 10 at the most. Other than the fact that it was just an ad for everything they have. This was definitely a hard watch. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie. Let me know if you liked it better than the original or if you didn't. Let me know. If you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe. Take care for now, everybody.